The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space.
For the start of Chapter 3, we went to Kerbal Space Program to learn how to make rockets so that we could explore the stars for a new home. We began playing on career mode while not knowing anything about what we were doing. After doing some research off-stream, we then moved to the science mode with newfound knowledge. We went to both moons, created communication networks, planes, science missions, a space station, and then ended the game by traveling all the way to Duna in the Antari ship.
After arriving at Duna, our ship the Antares fell apart, causing us to land on Duna and mine its resources so that we could fix the Antari ship. We unlocked various buildings, and also different types of science. After fixing everything but scanners on the ship, we then left the planet behind us as we continued to travel in space. Partially during our space flight, we landed on an asteroid. Over the course of a few hundred cycles, we had mined out the asteroid, converting its resources into various things that we needed in order to keep 24 dupes alive. We made a lot of automated machines to take, cool, or convert items into other items. We then turned on a machine that would allow us to take a dive into the dreams of one of our dupes. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. Today we're in Chapter 3, Space Travel. Today we are playing Vintage Story. Okay, so the only other things I can think of doing in Vintage Story, aside from waiting for the coke to be done, this can be closed now. Did the coke update its time at all? It did not. So I have no idea if it's counting down or counting up. I think it's doing the same thing that this does, where it counts how many hours it's been lit for. And I don't think it's been lit for an hour yet. The only other thing I can think of doing is fixing the pathways to all the different houses and stuff. The only stuff that I really wouldn't be doing anything to would be the farmland and the paths going this way. We could move our cave entrance somewhere else. Oh, I also noticed during our Friday stream that way over here in this lake, we left a way to get into the cave. And within the cave, well, there's aged firewood right here. Within the cave, we left a translocator and a lantern. So the other end of the translocator has been taken care of. But we never came back and grabbed that, along with the torch and torch holder. And I'm going to fill it in with one path block. Or dirt block, I mean. That's not a dirt block. That's not good. I thought I was grabbing that. Now we need to make water go over here so that it flows back in. I can grab that. Okay, that the torch went out. Alright. Now we can close that off and that. But I forgot that this was also over here. So let's grab all that aged firewood. Or some of it, because we have a lot of stuff in our pockets still. Can I eat this whole pie? I cannot, but I can get pretty close. Oh, this house is another thing that we could do. And I feel like walking around the building, so I'm gonna go through it. This is going to be turned into a crate of aged wood. That's not what I wanted to do, but okay. Oh, how how is this getting done? It is mostly done. Now that we found out that the rib cages can't be milled down. So let's go back and grab the rest of the wood that's out here. I think I can grab the rest of it. Yeah, I can. Okay. And then I think, just for looks, I'm gonna go around to every building and make sure that these holes don't happen in the snow. All it takes is a reset of the aged beams. Oh, they're right here. Ooh, a whole thing of it. So I'll leave them there. Or did I get rid of all the torches? I think I got rid of all the torches, right? So there's no torches in our chests. There are even number there. These go to an even number because they're being used. This is an even number because it's being used. And then I do have 5 here. Now I have 6. Alright. We're gonna head back into our house. Oh, I do still have torches. Okay. Then let's heat this up. And then I need to find my stack of dry grass. Here it is. Because I need... That's enough for 2. No, it's not. This is enough for 2 of them. We're trying to make the armor stands. And then I think I needed 5 per armor stand. Because I think it's a trough with hay bales. It is. A very odd thing. It also doesn't stack. And they are going to go up here. Even though we're not going to have the steel armor ready. I don't like how they're not in the middle of the... How do I pick them up? Am I not able to pick them up? I can push them around. Okay, there we go. You have to shift, and then you pick them up. Well, I want you there. And then 1, 2, 3. I didn't mean to put it on. How do you... Probably shift, right? Yep, it's definitely a shift. Okay, we have aged piece of wood in here. We have plaster somewhere. Building blocks? Building blocks. We're gonna finally finish our house. I'm gonna put the refractory bricks up here. Can I go down? Hello? There we go. Alright, now we have the long task of cutting down all the cobblestone, along with all of our paintings. Which I now have enough room for, apparently. We're also going to be cutting into here. Those should be stairs, and I could have sworn that I was holding shift. I want to make sure that I picked up all the extra stuff that fell. Looks like I did. Wrong way. Okay, that is shift. And, oh, it's the beam. Alright, well anyway, looking up, that answers my question. That is the staircase. For the roof. So I can take that off, but I want to keep that. And let's put anything of plaster up there so that that can fall down. I can pick it up later. And it's going to be the same deal over here. Oh, I didn't mean to get rid of that. Now I'm going to have to replace the staircase. Let's do that right now. Oh, I didn't mean to fall off. It's time to collect everything off the ground then. And back to over here. There we go. Plaster right there. Okay, back to mining out the rest of the wall. I'm pretty sure I picked up everything on this side of the wall. I am pretty sure that I'm not going to have enough plaster to do the entire thing. But we're going to try anyway. Because it's the last of the regular plaster. Yeah, we can't even close off that wall. So what does this look like? And then that is the same but without the diagonal. And if I just keep adding them together, they don't really make a pattern, do they? I was hoping that I can make a wall of them and it would just pass up without doing these middle portions. I guess they don't work that way. Alright, let's look up plaster. It is sand and quicklime. Quicklime is lime. Lime is white stone. It's up there. This goes up here, this goes up here, this. That's saltpeter, that's not quicklime. I am going to place these two pieces in here, hoping that the snow melts off them. And that's cobblestone, which goes there. Alright, we need sand and the white stones. That's not what I want. Take a stack of limestone. Gravel. Bulk sand, not a lot, no. Not a lot of bauxite sand. Alright, we're gonna have to use the bauxite sand then. And that was almost the whole stack. So I need to grind the stones. I also need to go to sleep. To make it February. There we go. 8 in the morning. Alright, this is gonna have to go in before the bones. Which is now in there. This is gonna go through all the bones, so I'm just going to grab the whole thing of it so that I can put the bones back up here. That is almost completely full. So I'm going to take all that. And bone meal, I think, has a crate in the room over here. In the farmhouse. Well, I should probably bring in the tools. Compost, vine. Okay. Bone meal does not have a crate. But it's going to. I'll put it right there. Looks like it's going to go up to 1,024. Let's also put all the paintings away. I think as I put one away, another one pops out. I'm not sure. Nope. Nothing on this wall repeats. I know that one is the same as this one, but I kind of like that painting, so I'm going to keep it there. Let's go see if it went through all of the stone. It did not. It's still going through it. How much does one of these... Oh, I need to turn the quick lime with that. Cooks in the quick lime. Quick lime is 1-to-1 ratio. So, with one stack of quick lime, I would use half a stack of sand. I'm also going to go into creative mode so that I can get rid of these blocks. That had a bunch. That had stuff in it? Oh, I must have never turned it on. What I'm trying to do is figure out how to get that one block without destroying the stuff in it. There we go. No, come on. Trying to get something for me to build off of, but it's not working out. There we go. This goes there. Close all that. We're gonna have to make a new fire pit, but that's fine. I need a piece of grass. We might as well make all these candles as well. That's 5 candles. I need 5 more wicks. I don't have enough for 5. So it's gonna have to go back in there. Piece of grass. Okay. This one should stay closed. Like that. We'll do the candles first. Because that'll give more time for this to get done. I also have compost in these barrels that had blood in them. And that's rot. That had blood. I'm gonna assume, yep, these mostly have blood in it. This is an empty vase. I don't think we need an empty vase up here. We should probably also grab another 2 pies. Oh, they're different pies. These are all vegetable. Those are vegetable. Okay, we'll eat the meat pies first. We got a couple more things to put in. Okay, that's getting ready to make quicklime. Let's grab another stack of wood. I'm gonna run over to the farmhouse and put this stuff away in the crates. So this is for the compost, this is the bone meal. It does in fact only do 1,024, so we need one more. There we go. We now have 3 more candles. Apparently candles stack to 15 and then that's it. Why aren't these combined? That was weird. They do stack more than 15. I don't know what happened there, chat. Also, why do I have the lime in my hand? Didn't I put the lime in here? In the fire pit? That was weird. Let's throw the rest of that in there. Once this gets to 825, which it won't, it'll start cooking once it gets to 825. Firewood's not enough, or aged firewood is not enough. I think firewood burns hotter, but aged does not. So we'll have to switch it out for peat. I'm just waiting until it gets up to 700. I guess we can switch it with this now. We also won't need the coal here anymore. So let's reclaim that 17 coal. It should start cooking now. There we go. This will make a total of 12 for right now. We have another almost 8 available in here. What can I use borax for? White dye, diluted borax. That's used for making leather. It's also for making the 2 iron anvils, but that's pretty much it. We don't need borax for anything else. Salt is used for food. Calcined flint is only used for fire clay. That's the only use for that. Sulfur can be used for healing, blast powder, and sulfuric acid, which is then for chromium sulfate, which is then for the next tier leather. But we would need crushed chromite, which is from chromite. Oh. When it's pulverized, we have a 30% chance to get chromite. So that should translate to every 3 chromite we get 1 piece. So if I take a look here, we want chromite, and I want to see if we found it anywhere. Minuscule amount of chromite out here. And a little bit out there. You know, we never did prospecting below our town. We should probably do some prospecting over here. I'm gonna go under a cave and do a little bit of prospecting. That must be another lantern. Yeah, there's a bunch down here that are broken. So the lighting should be working. But if I go and I break the block, then the lighting updates and says that there's nothing there. So we want this. Okay, it's the usual stuff. Tin, iron, zinc, I think. Right, let's do the next one over here. I can't get to that spot, actually. So I guess we'll do here. Minuscule amount of gold. Apparently there's a quartz node in this direction that has gold. That's the only place we can get gold from. One there. One there. Hematite, native copper. So aside from there being gold in this general area, there's nothing new. Which should be expected. Alright, we did a little bit of prospecting. I am gonna go around and replace all of the beams that are not getting snow on them. I have some dirt. My phone is going off a lot, so I'm going to take off my watch so people can stop distracting me. Right, from right there all the way down to there. Somehow I got an extra beam out of that. So I'm gonna expect that, yeah, they went, for the ruin, they went up a little bit higher, which took an extra beam. I think we'll take this one building at a time to make sure that we got everything. So from that corner all the way down. That's not where it goes. In that corner all the way down. Then we have this one. And this one. That isn't the right spot, right? Yep. No, looks like that's the only one that was not fixed. This one will never get snow because it has the flowing water. These two should have snow. So it was in the middle here. And in the middle there. Now that I've placed them, they should eventually get snow on them. And we have this building, which I did a little bit of. I'm also going to cut down all the trees in the town. Because we're going to make an orchard soon. We'll have some trees thrown about, but I think they're all going to be oak trees. Just because I think they look better. So I'm also going to be cutting down this maple tree, which we've had here for forever. I'll cut down this tree as well. And I'll also do these two trees. There's apparently a sapling right next to this one. We'll pick that up. Oh, it was just a seed. Alright, that's all the trees on the inside of the town. Now, the reason why I cut down the tree here is specifically so that I can make sure snow will go against this wall, because I don't know the diagonals, how they're affecting the ground. So I don't know how to fix any of those. I can do this one, because I can see that it's affecting this corner. This is not affecting that corner, but it could be affecting here. You know what? If I can get all of them, I might as well. That's not what I wanted. I guess I'll do that as well. I'll just make this whole cross thing again. Alright, so from right here down. Right there. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I did a left click there. From here all the way over. From here all the way over. Just gonna have issues because of the grass. And then across. Oh, I apparently didn't click on the wall. That is not at all where I placed you. And you're not what I was trying to break first. Let's try this again. Can I get in this corner? That is not where I was placing you either. What if I do this first before the diagonal? That worked. And that also worked. Okay, we fixed it. And we have some of the easiest ones to do. It's just 3 blocks. And then over time, as it snows, we should see that these get filled in. No, not right there. All right. That's that building. We have this one here. This one here. These 2 in the corner, which do not go all the way up, which is awesome for us. Yeah, I didn't feel like you were grabbing from the right spot. And we have these. I don't know which one of these 2 is the one that's having the issue. It looks like this one is one that I placed, so it should be okay. We'll have to come back and look at that later on. Can I get the corner without there being the box there? There we go. And then I have a feeling this is affecting here. We fixed those. We did not fix this one. Hello. Wanted to grab a stack of coal so I can fill this in. That's not what I wanted. Put that back up there. I wonder if this will warm us up. Oh, it does. Quite fast, too. I mean, that makes sense, but I also wasn't expecting to go up 5 degrees, or 0.5 degrees. I'm gonna stay in here for a little bit just to make sure I get... Oh. Alright. So if I look at the steel, it should be 40% done. It is. So each time you do steel, you use half a stack of charcoal for the 2 blocks. You're gonna need 2 stacks to get up to 80%. We just started our 3rd half stack. So we did a full stack and a half now. That should bring us to 60. Another 32 pieces bring us to 80. So you need 2 stacks and a half of charcoal in order to cook steel all the way. Alright, we will come back to the blacksmith later. I don't think we actually need to do anything to the blacksmith because we did that ourselves. You're back to bone, so that means this is all done. This has 12 of them. Let's grab some wood to get us there. And then we'll switch to peat afterwards. I don't know how much of that's going to be needed. Alright, let's check back here. Got this one. It looks like all the ones that we need to fix all have their boxes on the bottom. Makes it a lot easier for us to do, because I don't have to go looking through the whole thing. Find out what beam portion I need to get rid of. These I remember we placed in, including those and these. I don't remember if we did this one. We did, because I can't find the box. Okay, so that's 3 buildings done. Right, we did this. But that's those 3 buildings. I think we did our house. Why is this missing a beam? Alright, give me 1 second to check on the cat. Because with his cone off, he can lick things that he probably shouldn't be. What are you doing? Hello, boy. He is just cleaning himself, but he looks like he's okay. Alright. Did we do this one? Yes, we did. Then we have this. That was weird. It showed it as a horizontal one, but it was the vertical. Let's get all the way up here and attempt our best on getting this corner piece in. Not like that. Am I gonna be able to get this easily? Okay, that works. So they should get fixed. We have these 2. The middle to the middle. In the middle to the middle. We have the 2 corner pieces here. Since I'm going to be putting a dirt block down, I might as well do both of them at the same time. The same thing with these 2. Middle. It does seem like it's not going in the middle. Oh, I didn't need to put a dirt block. It does look like it's not connecting all the way, though. I'm gonna leave it. Alright, then we have this one and the corner pieces over there. Can I get the wall and not the box? I don't know if this is gonna look good or not. It does not. It's also going from up there. Not only do I have to build up to get up to there again, and I have to build up one more time to get up here. Alright, grab from you. I apparently grabbed from one block too tall. This should be good enough. There we go. Get rid of these. Apparently I placed that one in. I can't get rid of it. Okay, so that is our house redone. Unless I didn't do this. We need 3 for right there. I didn't mean to grab that. I meant to grab 3 of those. Alright, let's go from the bottom up. Or let's just break this. Connect those together. Did that. That one looks fine. These could probably need to be redone. Looks like it's just this one here. How did I just end up with 4 extra pieces? I don't know how I got those extra 4 pieces. And I'm pretty sure we did that. We did. So as far as I know, all the buildings should be done. I'm gonna check the blacksmith just to see if there's anything. Like this area looks like it's not gonna work. This is probably left over from the original ruin. If I just place them back in, they should be fine the next time it snows. Yeah, I don't think we did anything with the beams out here. That should not have any snow. How is this? Where did it all go? It looks like it didn't actually work. So we're gonna go and listen to a video as it explains coke ovens.
Hey, listen. Over here. Hey, come here. So, you want to learn how to make some coke? Huh? Well, hey, meet me over by the old bridge, and I'll show you a thing or two.
Alright, I'm trying to skip ahead to when he's actually building things.
Alright, hey there, folks. My name's Papa Cheddar, and today can build it
I
up.
skipped to
So you can
here.
see here, we got to make sure we leave a space in the middle, but we are going 3 high and 3 wide everywhere. Then, of course, again, you need to leave the center open and an opening on the side.
That's
So
what we
the center is
did.
where you're going to stack your coal. then your door is going to go right here, and that will look something like this. And if you do not use this coke oven door that we just made, then it is absolutely not going to work. Now, it is possible to share a wall with multiple ovens. So as you can see right here, we have
Now this says
three
coke
ovens
oven
right there, then there, and there.
wall
So we're
door.
using a total of 7 wide blocks, and we're able to stack 3 ovens together. So when that's all said and done, it's going to look
But this
something like this.
says
You can see
iron
that
hatch
each
door,
just have
so
a
it
wall
looks like it's
between
been
them.
updated.
This will, in fact, work for creating your coke. So, you know, you
Or
can
it can be
downsize a little
iPhone,
bit. You
yeah.
don't need to have so many tiny little ovens all over the place. You can just make one gigantic wall of ovens, and you can carry this on down the line infinitely to make as many ovens as you want. Now also too, if you don't have enough of each resource, you can combine any type of the bricks to make it work. As you can see here, we have a tier.
Okay. So we did it correctly, but for some reason it does not look like we did it correctly. Because we should have coke in here now. What I'm gonna do now is raise this back up a block. Because I want the door to be at eye level. Unfortunately, that middle block is going to be its own block now, right? Oh no, it all combined. Okay. I want to put wood away. And I need 9 pieces of meat of utility, so I'm also going to go over in here and check in on the quick light, which did not get hot enough. Whoops, that's not where I wanted that. That goes there, this goes here. It does say add coal. Maybe what I need to do is put black coal instead of charcoal. That's more brown coal. Let's grab this. Is there anything in my inventory that I can leave here? No, but I can grab that. That back there. This there. Alright, we're gonna try with black coal and see if this gets coke. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, let's see if that works. If not, I'm wasting 16 pieces of black coal. Let's go back into the farmhouse. Because I want to check on the peat in here. Because I had a feeling it was going to go out. It does still have enough heat to keep cooking, but eventually that heat's going to go down. I think he's just enjoying the cone being off him. I was checking on the kitten. Peak goes up to 800, right? 900. So I'm gonna put in all of that, and that should be enough to keep this going the entire time. So let's combine what we have. Because we might only need a couple more pieces of quicklime in order for us to finish the house. Alright, now I can at least count how many I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I already lost count. This is 8 around the window. Oh, I need 16. Because if I put these 3 here. 8 around the window, 8 around this window. We need 16 total. Which is 16 quicklime. And another 16 sand. It really matters where I put the quicklime in regards to the sand. I find that funny. Alright, we'll have to wait a little bit longer for that. Let's put more stuff away. You get that. Sticks. You get the small amount of maple I have. That's a special thing, that's a special thing. This we're using. I need 5 more pieces. This is going to be for the orchard. We're going to be making a pine tree orchard. Let's finish off one more window. Then we have a whole 3 left here, so I'll just do behind the porch. And then I can put this sand away. That was weird, the monitor just went off. I still have the 5 there. I hear a shiver. I don't see a shiver. It's also almost daytime. I was about to go to sleep, but since we only have about an hour before daylight comes up, might as well wait. I was going into our farmhouse to get more stuff, more seeds for trees. Also, let's move these like I said I was going to do. And then just forgot to do. I'll put them right here. So I have iron hoe, copper scythe, tin bronze, tin bronze. And we're probably never going to use them. Acacia, kapok, maple, oak, a little bit of larch, a little bit of redwood, a little bit of bald cypress. So what I really need is oak and pines, oak and birch, ironically. We have a ton of birch. We could use a little bit more. Nah, we're okay with maple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this tree in the lake, but we're going to do the smart thing for seeds and get rid of the leaves first. Because not only will we get sticks, we will also get leaves or seeds. Oh no, I thought I was gonna get hurt really bad. So on top of the sticks, we should be getting seeds, but I'm not seeing any seeds coming out. So I just need to punch them. I don't think so. That's when I get hurt. Okay, there is a couple stuff in the water. Okay, now I need to chop this down. Awesome, I got the other one too. How many seeds did we get from that? Somewhat enough to make a little orchard, but not really enough. So we're gonna head to our local forest. Or right here, because this has no, that's maple. We want oak and birch. These are all maple. I think this is oak here. That's actually walnut. And so is this. So if I ever want walnut, we know where some is. Okay, that should be oak. It is. So hopefully I get a couple of seeds from this. I don't think I'm getting any extra seeds. Here's one. Right, I don't see any more that have been planted. I'm also not going to leave the tree like this, so let's chop it down. Now, 9 seeds would make a decent little tree farm. I'm going to go for a little bit more. Maybe like 12. Nothing too big, but there is a hole in a tree right here. Let's try to get a couple of birch saplings from this. I don't think we got a single one. This is oak. Alright, we got one. We got 2. I don't know how much of this is oak. Oh, this is another oak tree. I heard a sapling plant itself. Okay, so we got this sapling. Then we got a bunch over here. Okay, the amount of saplings we currently have is enough. I'm okay with 7 birch saplings because we're not really going to be using birch. It does have a sap that we can use for syrup, but I don't think we're going to use it for syrup. Like, it's not going to be our main focus to go get maple or birch syrup. Maple syrup is what we're going to be doing it the most for. Alright, let me check on the cat for a moment there. Oh boy. He's just chilling. Doesn't seem affected at all by the fact that he had a cone. Alright, first I'm gonna get rid of all the sticks. Let's clear our inventory a little bit. So, axe, shears. That's the wrong chest. Get rid of as much wood as I can, then the rest is gonna have to go up here. We have vines, which goes in the farmhouse. This still has not come off the roof. I don't know how to fix that. I thought bringing them in here would make it escape it, but maybe I'll have to keep them placed outside and then hope that over time it goes away. So I'm gonna place them here, knowing that the snow is gonna keep falling on it. Let's go get the rest of our quicklime. Hello, boy. He's up and moving now. This can go back on there. There is a Scyther in chat. Scyther is Gen 1. We have seen it before, so we might already have it. I do. And how's this doing? It's doing alright. I am going to leave the quicklime in here. I want everything but bone soil in there. Or bone meal, I mean. So quicklime just went to the last, and sulfur got moved in front of the borax. Okay. So we have our last 5 pieces of plaster to finally make this back into a house with this last block. So we should start warming up very slowly. Do we warm up any faster near a torch, or do we need a fire? I think we need a fire. Now what I kind of want to do is have like a... I forget what it's called. A bonfire in a house. It has a chimney. A fireplace. Think about having a fireplace. If I reorganize the chests, I can have 4 chests here, but that would block going up the stairs. Could have 1 chest here, 1 chest here. 3, 4, 5. Even if it goes sideways. That is all 5 of the chests. So what I'm gonna do is... take one of these. I'm gonna do each chest one at a time. Oh, not the birch seeds. How did borax does not go in there? Lime does not go in there. We had some stuff that I could have been cooking. Alright, now, in the interest of not messing up this room, if I did a sideways one here and then put that stick crate there, that would look better. Oh, I can't jump up. I didn't think this through. Let's do this then. That gets me out of the corner. Then I can go back to placing all these. I didn't think about how it's going to be placing this. So I don't know how I'm getting back in the corner. I guess I'm gonna have to break that. Because not only did I not pick up all the Jonas parts, but I also left sticks back there. Now this next chest is going to be a little bit weird to place down. But it looks like I can click on the wall. There we go. That looks good. And then the last one. Was that everything? It was not. Oh, that's regular stuff. That's stuff that should have been in here. What's the alum used for again? Plus, okay. I had a feeling that this was more full than what it was earlier. Now, the thing that I want to do is use the red bricks. I want to make a chimney out of red brick blocks. And all it does take some mortar. Okay. Let's see how many of these bricks I can make. I know I'm probably going to need more red bricks, which we'll use the beehive kiln for, obviously. That looks like it's not being turned into coke. I don't think the coke oven's working. He's up and moving now. Okay, so we have 60 blocks here. That's almost 8 blocks tall with what I'm thinking about doing. So I definitely want to go out a block. I want this to be the spot that the fire pit is on. So we're doing something like this. I want to do something chiseled like with the front of this. Oh, was there a slab version? Red Brick Chimney? And there was a slab. Ingredient for decorative chimney. So you chisel the chimney. Always smoking, but you can right-click with a chiseled block to change its shape. Note that it uses a full block collider no matter what shape you use. You'll have to pre-rotate the chisel block in the direction you'd like. Will return the chisel block when destroyed. You can change it with another chiseled block and get the original block back. So this is QP's chiseled mod. So we're gonna ignore that. But the Red Brick Chimney does look like a vanilla thing. And we could have made slabs instead of this. Do I want slabs or do I want to chisel my own? I think I want slabs so I don't walk into it. That knocked off the lantern that was outside. And then I would probably have something here as well. Oh, this has a window. We're going to be getting a window back. So let's do that there. We definitely do need more bricks. Because what I'm thinking about is doing the same slab system up here on this floor that I'm thinking about doing downstairs. If I have enough for all of it, I want to do that. I also want to reclaim the horizontal beam here. What's being taken from that? That's not the right one. So let's go down here and hope that I can get the right one. There we go. So what I want to do is go from here, and at the chimney, and then go from here to here. That saves the 3 blocks that we aren't spanning. I'm gonna go grab some firewood from over here. Some of these lanterns don't seem like they're fired. Put a few things away. No, this goes into here. That's not what I wanted. That's thatch. A little bit of a fireplace going. Should warm me up even though I'm technically outside. But if I come up here and I fill in the holes here, should be considered inside a house and warm up immensely quickly, or quicker. And then I would have to somehow climb all the way up here to get outside. Let's put that piece of dirt there. We are getting quite high for something I didn't think we'd have enough for. We are 1 block short of going up past this roof section now. So I think what we're going to do is try to figure out how to make red bricks. And I know it's in the firing kiln, but so we have to make raw red bricks and then keep 2 doors open in order to make the brick actually be red. Let's do a few of them. We have... we'll do 1 stack at least. In here... That's not how you make bricks. Bricks are made like this. Now, if I remember correctly, they're 8 each, so I think I actually want 8 stacks of them. So I took 1 stack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be all the bricks that we want to use. That in there. This goes up here, this goes up here. 2 things need to be put away. One of them, meaning fertility, the other one is the vines that we have. It is still burning. It is doing a smoke thing up there. I'm gonna guess that's working correctly, because it's doing that. Why am I going downstairs? I don't need to go down. So we are going to be placing all of these. Trying to leave the doors visible from inside, but don't know if I'm able to do that anymore. And then there's a whole 1 extra brick. So I need this left open, this left open. Then hopefully I'm not wasting all that red clay. What closed? Not the 2 hatch doors, that's good. Alright, this should start lighting around the entire thing very quickly. It only has 2 more bricks to do, so I should be able to see it kick on from in here. Alright, that should be going. This is getting hot. So as long as that burns for 10 hours straight, should be good. So if it gets to 75 hours, this, I'm just not sure if it's working correctly because it's not counting any time. That makes me concerned. Yeah, I don't know if any snow is actually going to accumulate here. Let's take all of our buckets here. Need is the water. Just trying to combine them all. Is they're all gonna go inside now? And from what I know, I need to boil it, right? That's not what I wanted to do. Collected by file, liquid container. We need the tree sap. February, January, February, and March. We already knew that. Syrup portion. By boiling tree sap, the sugar and the water ratio increases as water evaporates. The sweet condiment. Used for topping many foods. Try cast a cauldron or small cauldron. This is what I wanted to do, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. Stuff up from saucepans, but less greedy than a full-size cauldron. Is maybe hung from a metal rack. How? It says sold by trader. Alright, so it looks like we need a kitchenware trader. And that would give us a chance to get these. Now I know where one is. So we're gonna go say hi to them. They should be this one right here. So we're gonna go over there and say hi. In the morning. Didn't mean to close that. Give me a moment while I go find the little one. Never mind, I found him. What are you doing? What are you doing? You guys might be able to see him on the cat tree. He does blend in very well. Alright, hunting down the trader. I am purposely doing this to try and spend more time making the winter end. So this person should be a decent walk away, but not excruciating far. This would have been the first trader we ever found, and I did find another one. But I think they're too far away and we don't have a translocator to get there. There's also what looks like an impact crater over here on the map. This hole right here. With an X in the middle of it. Which there is. Now, this usually isn't how much there is, so let's look around for any more. Yep, I had a feeling there was going to be more somewhere. There's even more around this. Any more? I think we're scraping the edges of it now. And just for looks, I'm going to put it back the way that it was. So far, I'm missing one extra piece. Oh, I see now. This is dirt, right? Yeah. I want this there, then these two. Alright, back to going to the trader. Should be able to see their house, we can. That's their house right there. That little mound. Oh, their walls are made of very aged stuff, so when the world broke, that broke too. Let's see what you have. We can sell, we can buy black bronze cauldron. We can also buy some spiles. Ooh, steel spiles. They only have 2 sets of 2, though. Just because I don't want to make one, we'll buy one. Now this is a large cauldron, it's not the small ones like this is. I'm gonna buy that. I was thinking if I should do something else, but I'll buy that. What kind of trader is right there? Treasure hunter. There should be a trader nearby out here somewhere. But I don't see one. Let's go home. And we'll figure out how to simmer this sap. The cauldron should be able to do buckets at a time rather than using the saucepan for bowls of sap. Well, there's our hill. And there's our town. The only thing I don't really like about our town is the fact that the windmill looks like a box. I don't know how to make it look less of a box. And this is gonna look pretty good once it can go up a couple more blocks. I'm gonna check to see how it's doing. Where is the little one now? What are you doing? You know it's looking for him. Right when I looked over, he looked up. Baby. What you doing? You haven't been able to rub your neck against anything for a while? I can actually tell that he cleaned himself in a good way. Like, it actually feels cleaner. Now, the issue I have here with this pit kiln, or beehive kiln, is that I put too much coal. Apparently I have 6 lanterns. When did I pick up lanterns? I do know when I picked them up. I don't think I left any others in there. So let's bring all these up here into our little cooling station. And instead of throwing them in like I normally do, I'm going to drop them in. I still think it's weird that they don't crack when you throw them in water. And they are red bricks, yes! I did it correctly. get our little bit of meteoric iron here. We could cook up some more fire clay bricks. I think that's probably a good idea. Not enough room. It's 2 stacks. We'll send this in here. If I get rid of the door, what happens? Is that how many goes in each one? 24, yep. Okay, now I'm going to make sure to close all of these. Even though I don't think it'd do anything for the fire clay, I'm still going to close them. And then I have enough for 3 more, so... 1, 2, 3. Which just so happens to be the amount that I have here. Or the amount of inventory space I have. Started. That started. And that started. Alright, mortar. We're gonna come over here and make at least 1 slab and see what it looks like. The slab is pretty much that with one of those, and it makes 4. Is that what I'm going for? I think that's what I'm going for. Can I change the direction of it? Don't know if I can change the direction. Let's go grab the wrench from the blacksmith. Because if I can turn it to go the same direction as the wall, that would make it look better. Not at all how I wanted to rotate it. Oh, am I just clicking on it and then it just chooses random spots to go? Okay, so it's stuck in this orientation. It can't go any other way. So what I'm thinking about is maybe having... I should have checked to see if I had these. I had slabs this whole time. Something like that. We could also do the same thing up here. Does that look weird? What if I brought it down one? I mean, it kind of makes this look small. So I think I'll keep it the original look. Like that. And then we'll do the same up here. And then we get the joy of cutting into our roof. We're gonna have to move this table. And I'm also going to get hurt. Just so I can come down here and move that. Was that fire clay bricks? Factory tier 1. And now there is another beam up here that we're gonna fix. That fell all the way down. This is another... let's go like this. Go 2 blocks further, I think that's enough. But I want the block. I don't think that was far enough. It definitely was not. And now I'm not going to be able to tell. There it is. I think that fell all the way down. And so did I. If I go one more, that should give me a better chance. There we go, now I actually grabbed the corner. Same there. What are you doing? Oh boy. Oh, now that he has the cone off, he's actually playing. Right, I don't know how many I'm gonna need, but let's at least cut off the ceiling here. Okay, makes 4. That's 1 layer, 2 layers, a little bit more. Right, now if I look at this, when we make that thing, how big is this? Just 1, that's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back down, which poses a problem here. How do I get down from the roof? That should be safe enough. I can't grab that. Okay, now I need 4 stairs, 4 slabs. And to put all the bricks away. What does not need to be in here? This. We don't need these skull cobblestone stuff. I'm never gonna use it. It was a accidental pickup item from a ruin. So what I want to do is this. Start in there. Which I think I should actually change how I'm going to do that. Start right there. Slabs. With this right there. And I think that'll look alright from far. I mean, to make it look more rounded, I could do this. But I don't think that has much of a change. What if I go down even one more? And then put slabs? I think that is a more rounded vertical cutoff. That at all made sense. I think that's all right. All right, let's take inventory of what we have in our pockets. One is the bricks. I have a pie that I can eat. We have some beams that we can put away. Dirt goes up there. Oh, I have a lot of dirt. We'll keep that. We'll put this over there. Sap. Empty. Sap. Coal drain. That's getting put away. Okay. Eat this. Put that away. Eat this. Put that away. Didn't mean to pick up that. I forgot that was there. What are you doing? Now that he doesn't have the cone on, he's running around and getting zoomies. How's this doing? So it's raw fire clay. Oh, we actually may cook. Cool. 1,340. Is that hot enough to smelt with iron? I feel like you can't smelt with iron. 1482. 1340. Yeah, you can't smelt with iron. No matter what you do. So we made coke for the first time. You know what? For the screenshot for this episode or portion, I think we'll hold off on taking a picture. I am gonna put this in here. Let's check in on our steel, because I'm pretty sure that's at 60 now. Yep. So now we know when we come back, we only need this amount of charcoal. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 a.m. EST to 12:30 p.m. EST, and on Sundays from 10 a.m. EST to 2 p.m. EST.